Chandrayaan-3 made history by successfully landing on the lunar surface on August 23. India has become the first country that landed their mission on the south pole of the moon. The cost of this mission is 615 crores rupees, making it less than Chandrayaan-2, which had a budget of 978 crores rupees. Welcome back, viewers. In today's video, we'll tell you why India wants to go to the moon. What is a soft landing? And why did India send Chandrayaan-3 to the moon's south pole? What benefits will India get after successful accomplishment? Or what does it mean if the mission is successful? And what are the objectives of the Chandrayaan-3 mission? What changes Israel has made to ensure Chandrayaan-3's success? Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest updates. It's free for you, but it boosts us to create more interesting content for you. Now let's get started. Why did India want to go to the moon? Countries are making big money in space research and technology that delivers commercial benefits. India wants a piece of that market in areas such as satellite-based businesses and private space launches. So to do a number of other countries as well as a growing number of private businesses, the moon has become a hot property beyond Earth's orbit, with several countries launching missions. India is in direct competition with China, which has approved the fourth phase of its lunar exploration program and will launch Chang'e 6, Chang'e 7, and Chang'e 8 missions to the moon, apart from beginning work to construct a lunar research station. Now we'll discuss some background about Chandrayaan program by ISRO. Chandrayaan-1 was the first Indian lunar probe under the Chandrayaan program. It was launched by the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, in October 2008 and operated until August 2009. On 14 November 2008, the Moon Impact Probe separated from the Chandrayaan orbiter and struck the South Pole in a controlled manner. With this mission, ISRO became the fifth national space agency to reach the lunar surface. Other nations whose national space agencies to have done so prior were the former Soviet Union in 1959, the United States in 1962, Japan in 1993, and ESA member states in 2006. Chandrayaan-2 is a follow-up mission, which was launched on 22 July 2019. The primary objectives of the Chandrayaan-2 lander were to demonstrate the ability to soft land and operate a robotic rover on the lunar surface. The Chandrayaan-2 spacecraft consisted of an orbiter, a lander, and a rover called Pragyan. While the lander, called Vikram, failed to make the desired smooth landing, the Chandrayaan-2 mission failed due to a software glitch. Communication between the lander and mission control station on Earth was lost after Vikram reached an altitude of 2.1 kilometers above the moon's surface. ISRO then re-attempted a lunar landing with Chandrayaan-3, which was launched on 14 July 2023 at Satish Dhawan Space Center. In a significant leap towards space exploration, India is gearing up for its Chandrayaan-3 mission, the third lunar exploration attempt by the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. Chandrayaan-3 is one of the cheapest space programs. Lesser than the Chandrayaan-2 mission, cost India 978 crore rupees. But with the launch vehicle now developed and the orbiter in place, Chandrayaan-2 has helped reduce the cost of the Chandrayaan-3 project. Russia's launched a mission with the name Luna 25 in 19 Aug that crashed in trying to soft land on Moon's south pole, cost a whopping 1,600 crore rupees. China's shot to the moon was even costlier. The first Chang'e probe to the moon cost 1,752 crore rupees, 1.4 billion yuan or $219 million. But India made this masterpiece in low budget that really inspiring achievement. Now the question arises. What is a soft landing? Why is very important? And why did India send Chandrayaan-3 to the moon's south pole? Soft landing simply means landing at a gentle, controlled speed to not sustain damage to a spacecraft. Imagine a spacecraft hurtling through space at 10 times the speed of an aeroplane, having to nearly come to a standstill in order to land gently on the Earth, all in a matter of a few minutes, and more importantly, without any human intervention. This, in a nutshell, is a soft landing. And India wanted to land on the south pole of Moon because of the occurrence of water ice in permanently shadowed areas around it. The lunar South Pole region features craters that are unique in that the near-constant sunlight does not reach their interior. Such craters are cold traps that contain a fossil record of hydrogen, water ice, and other volatiles dating from the early solar system. In contrast, the lunar North Pole region exhibits a much lower quantity of similarly sheltered craters. All of the previous spacecraft to have landed on the Moon have landed in the region near the Moon's equator. Firstly, because it is easier and safer here. Sunlight is also present, offering a regular supply of energy to solar-powered instruments. As a result, the polar regions of the Moon have remained unexplored. The extremely cold temperatures could mean that anything trapped in the region would remain frozen in time, without undergoing much change. The rocks and soil in the Moon's north and south poles could therefore provide clues to the early solar system. Notably, Chandrayaan-2 also planned to land in this region in 2019, but was not able to accomplish a soft landing and lost contact after it hit the surface. What are the objectives of the Chandrayaan-3 mission? Chandrayaan-3 has three main objectives. 1. Getting a lander to land safely and softly on the surface of the Moon. 2. Observing and demonstrating the rover's driving capabilities on the Moon. 3. Conducting and observing experiments on the materials available on the lunar surface to better understand the composition of the Moon. To achieve these objectives, several advanced technologies are present in lander such as 1. Altimeters. 2. Velocimeters. 3. Inertial measurement. 4. Propulsion system. 5. Navigation, guidance and control, NGC. 6. Hazard detection and avoidance. 7. Landing leg mechanism. What changes ISRO has made to ensure Chandrayaan-3's success? Chandrayaan-2 and Chandrayaan-3 are almost identical, except that Chandrayaan-2 includes an orbiter, but Chandrayaan-3 does not carry an orbiter. The Chandrayaan-2 spacecraft consisted of an orbiter, a lander, and a rover called Pragyan. While the lander, called Vikram, failed to make the desired smooth landing, the other aspects of the mission were successful. ISRO has made changes for Chandrayaan-3 to ensure Vikram lands safely on the Moon, including reinforced landing legs, enhanced sensors, an expanded solar array, sophisticated software, enhanced engine throttling, and optimized engine configuration. Evidently, these improvements have culminated in the triumphant touchdown of Chandrayaan-3. This success wasn't a given, especially when considering that 4 out of the previous 6 lunar landing attempts within the past 5 years have failed. The latest failure occurred on August 19, when Russia's Luna-25 spacecraft misfired its engines and crashed into the Moon. A brutal reminder that getting to the lunar surface in one piece remains risky. Luna-25 thus joins the ruins of the Israel-based company Space EO's Bereshit, India's Chandrayaan-2, and the private Japanese firm iSpace's Hakuto R spacecraft. Thankfully, at least, Chandrayaan-3's outcome has instead followed those of China's Chang'e E4 and Chang'e E5 landers, the only other recent successes. What does it mean if the mission is successful? Or what benefits get India if the mission is accomplished successfully? The success of the Chandrayaan-3 mission has not only made India's proud, but also opened up a wave of opportunities for several sectors that could boost India's economic growth, such as spacecrafts often carry certain instruments and experiments with them, called payloads, that observe and record what is happening in space. This information is then relayed to Earth for scientists to analyze and study. The 6 payloads on the Vikram lander and rover Pragyan remain the same as the previous mission. There will be 4 scientific payloads on the lander to study lunar quakes, thermal properties of the lunar surface, changes in the plasma near the surface, and a passive experiment to help accurately measure the distance between Earth and the Moon. The 4th payload comes from NASA. There are 2 payloads on the rover, designed to study the chemical and mineral composition of the lunar surface and to determine the composition of elements, such as magnesium, aluminium, and iron in the lunar soil and rocks. Vikram's successful landing will put India in an elite club of countries. Only the US, Russia, and China have been able to achieve this feat so far. Chandrayaan-3 will be India's ticket to the Moon economy, an emerging sector with a potential of billions of dollars. The success of Chandrayaan-3 could contribute significantly to India's space economy, projected to be worth USD 13 billion by 2025. This boost can catalyze employment generation, encourage private investments, and foster the growth of the country's space tech ecosystem. It is one of the biggest milestones for India. India currently contributes around 2 to 3% to the global space economy, and it is expected to contribute around 8 to 10% in the next 8 to 10 years. This will establish India as a cost-effective satellite launcher, and a global opportunity may emerge. Sectors like aerospace and defense will get a boost. Kocher said, National Head, Wealth Management, AUM Capital. There are around 140 registered space startups in India. These startups should attract a lot of investment after the success of this remarkable journey. The budgetary allocation is also expected to increase going forward. So overall, this will give a boost to the Indian economy, he added. The successful launch of Chandrayaan 3 could bolster investor confidence and attract more private investment in space technology. That's all about Chandrayaan 3. Hope it gives too much new information. Guys, what are your thoughts about India's successful landing on the moon's south pole? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, thumbs up and share it with your family and friends. Take care until next time with another amazing video that you must check out. Goodbye till next time.